I did just get in the back office, by the way, and post Cherry's webinar.
Okay.
It was down.
Hello, everybody. It's another week. Here we are on Passive 360. We have some things we want to shout out to everybody. Thanks for being here, by the way. I'm going to turn it over to Red real quick while I check out my YouTube channel.
Yeah, Marty, thanks very much. Hello, Chris Johnson. It is Wednesday, the 8th of June. I cannot believe how quickly this month is going. Such exciting things are happening. Can you believe that only 2 weeks today, that is 14 days, 2 weeks today, there will be no more founders positions available for on passive? I mean, come on, how long have we been waiting for this to happen? And we are only now 2 weeks away. It's absolutely unbelievable. Back over to you, Chris Johnson.
Hey, Red, Marty, my favorite brothers in the whole world. You guys are looking sharp as usual. Just want to welcome everyone to what we call On Passive 360, where you get the right facts, the right answers by the three of the best looking guys in the entire family, which is Marty DeGarmo, Red Redford, and of course, this sexy big guy. But we're glad to have you. Welcome to all the YouTube channels that we're running on. And man, let's just do this. Marty, say hi to somebody. Come on.
All righty. Let me give some shout outs real quick. 30 people on the channel already. Hey, Joseph Swindler, what's up? Corina Lance is in the house. Joseph Swindler, you're always here. Thank you very much. M. Kylie. Myra Aquino is in the house. Randall Harris, hello. Steve Knoll. And Robert Tantulo, my neighbor. Jarmo is in the house. Rose Masabi. Ooh, sorry about that. I apologize now because I know that ain't right. Listra, how you doing? Roy McAfee, Carrie Young, Azar Khan. Hello, Azar. Bruce Gerstein's in the house. Linda Longmire. And we have Eric Kessler's always here. Richard Douglas. Welcome, Richard. Steve Burma is in the house. Joanne Ring. Elsie Patch. P.S. Torres. Pat Parent. Pat, thanks for everything you do. You're doing a great job. Angela Lynn. Earl Johnson. Boom. Linda Chapetta. Tom Taylor, how you doing? I'm going to turn it over to Red.
Yeah, hi everyone. How you doing? I'm going to say a few hellos to everybody who's on my channel. We got Randall Harris, Jarmo, Raquel. Jacqueline Rotter, Gemma Ramiki, Martia Bergen. Hi, how you doing? Or Elizabeth tested me on this one. I'm going to go for Big. I have no idea, so I'm going to give up. Helen Delabasti.
It's not Jim Beep.
No, it's spelled CZIRKLBACH. No idea how to pronounce that. Anyway,
Chris,
hello.
your turn, Chris. Yeah.
Holly Bugs, how you doing? Joha and Judith Bow. Hem, how you doing? The lovely Dawn McIntyre's here as well. Ernie Martinez and Stuart Molyneux. Doug Barber. Ralph Lauren, you're here. Paddy McGuigan, how you doing, buddy? Hello, Gift of On Passive, you're here. Aurora Paradise, love saying that name, fantastic. Dustin Grove, Gary Ling, Matthews, hi, how you doing? Dominic Harrison, Azarkan's doubling up. Ricky Ingram, Karen Monzes, and Joanne Lingner. Pat Parents doubling up as well. Juanita Ali, Robert Rihos, and Paul Rogers. Hello, buddy. I haven't seen you for a while. Narelle is up at all hours, and she's still here from Australia. Vasco Carney and Daniel Mitchell. Over to you, Chris, for a few hellos. We'll be back.
Yeah, okay. Let me say hi to my big fan club. John, John White, Timmy Johnson, Bill Must, Robin Noble, Simon, Simone Noble. Sorry, Simone. I was good. And their mom, my girl, Julie Wen. Big shout out to you. I got to add her or I will get knocked in the noggin. Jane Redford. Got to talk about Jane. Dawn DeGarmo, two of my favorite ladies in a passive. who are way behind the scenes, but we know you're there. We want to thank every one of you for joining on Passive 360. And hopefully you'll get some laughs, some chuckles, and some great information out of Passive 360. Marty DeGarmo, back to you. I think what Don said, you can speak now. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, I always wait for that. I want to make sure I don't get in trouble. Anyway, a couple things. As you know, Monday we had the roundtable. Mr. Mufara came on, and to say it mildly, he was on fire. It was a big day. A lot of things went down, and we had to pinch ourselves because, yes, it's real. It's real. There's a new video out for O'Mail. It's in on Passive YouTube channel. In fact, it's on a lot of channels. Very nice video, short, sweet, to the point. It's going to be it will be the best email service on the planet. Also, as of Monday, we have our own data center. Today, between 11 and 2 o'clock, they're expected to go down for migration of some of the information. I don't know if it's down now. I believe Chris just logged in. It was still there. But anyway, don't hold it to every second. We know how things are. If it's down when you go in and it happens to be 5 after 2, that's okay. They know about it. They're working on it. When they're done, it'll be a hybrid. They're going to hook in all of the multiple regions will be hooked up. And it'll be ready to rock and roll. And as you know, or we all know and should know, that there is a behemoth monster data center on its way. How long it will take, we don't know, but when it does get here, it's a game changer. Trust me, we will probably start renting out some space on the internet, which would be pretty darn cool. Throughout this month, more and more services will be added until everything is in-house. When I mean in-house, you open the door, you walk in on Passive, and everything we need will be there. Everything. Independent IT company, online business from A to Z. Anyway, that's all I have right now. I'll turn it over to Red.
Yeah, hi. Do you know something? He was stacking the call on Monday, wasn't he? I've obviously been around on Passive, the same as many of you guys have here as well, for a very long time. I have never seen Ash Mufara so excited. Talk about a kid in a candy store. He was so fired up. Why? And I'll tell you why he was so fired up, because he knows we are so close now. Everything has come together. It is all accumulating to that one thing, which is selling products, going public to the people out there, so that we can actually get on with selling products and services of OnPassive. Now, one of the things he did bring up was, as you probably have seen by logging into onpassive.com, we have a new website. And along with that, we have a new replicated one in our back office, which is link number 53. If you have a look at it, completely different to last week's, new feel. The rest of it is all there. And he also mentioned that coming Monday, 1 week's time, guess what's going to be happening? Yep, you guessed it. Another new website. We really are getting on top now of bringing out new websites all of the time. He also said on Monday that the new dashboard for OFounders is ready. We should see that very, very shortly. I'm sure as soon as the migration has happened over to the new data center. Now, the thing to remember about this new data center that we have got, it's going to be multi-regional. And obviously they do have to take a bit of time to get that information over to it. But just this one data center alone has enough capacity to host the whole of OnPassive, all of the OnPassive web pages, up to 1 billion users using multiple platforms at the same time. That's how big it is. That's how much the capacity has. And we really are in a game changer situation. This is without the new one, the big one that Marty was on about. This is the one that's going to make the difference as far as a standalone business, for saleability, for other companies to host their things on it. But we don't need that for OnPassive. All we need is the one we've got now, and we are good to go. Over to you, Chris.
Thank you, Red and Marty. You know me. I'm going to throw a wrench in the system. These two guys are the ones that know everything and explain everything to you. Me, I'm going to throw a unique thing in here because I love doing it because these guys are great and I got to just put my twist on it. You know, me and my studying, I actually was going through, man, what am I going to talk about at 360? I know my brother Red and my brother Marty, they update everyone. They give it to the T. They tell you exactly what Ash said. But me, I like to be different. So I'm studying last night and I come across a company from India that I've never heard about. And it's called the Tata. I don't know if any of you ever heard of it. Very interesting story. This is probably the biggest company in the world that I've never heard of. There was a man in there named Ratan Tata. They were just a wonderful family. Now, the greatest thing about this company, every failure they had, they turned into a success. And you know why? Because they gave 66% of their profits back to society. They're a giving company. All right. And the reason I'm saying this is, number one, I want to check it out, read about this. It's very important how this company grew. Even with failures, they grew because of the giving back that they did. Similar, no, you know what? They gave 66%. I believe Ash Mufareh, and catch this, is going to give 97% back to the world. And that's why I want to bring this out. Now, he had said stuff like this, very important. If you want to walk fast, walk alone. But if you want to walk far, walk together. I believe on passive, we're all together and we're walking that same pace. I don't believe in taking right decisions. I take decisions and then make them right. I think Ash Mufareh has proven that to us. Even though we got some doubters, everything he's told us, he's always said, hold on, just wait. Let me get this perfect. I'm going to give you a little nibble, but I want it done right. And that's exactly what he did. Now, through our whole lives, we're always told, no, you can't do that. You got those people at your job. You want a better life. No, you'll never succeed. You'll never succeed. So I did a little investigation of all the people, and I'm not going to go through all of them. Just some important people that you might know. You know, Beyonce, you guys all know Beyonce, right? She lost in Star Search. Just to say that, say, nah, you weren't good enough, they said. Look what she's become now. Walt Disney, he was told a mouse is never going to work and he's got no imagination. Wow. The guy that told him that must really feel like a ding dong right now. And that blows me away. Here's a funny one. And some of these are funny. Oprah Winfrey was told, you're really not a TV person. I guess she told the naysayers that Stephen King received 30 rejections for the script on Carrie. All right. Probably one of the biggest, scariest movies that we watched that went on. J.K. Rowling, he was on welfare. Did it stop him? No. Let me tell you a funny one. Rocky Balboa or Sylvester Stallone. Wait a minute. Let me go to Elvis Presley first. After only one performance, he was fired from singing. Agents told him he'd be better off as a truck driver. That's Elvis Presley. Can you imagine if Elvis Presley listened to this bonehead who had no clue about his talent? We'd never been rocking Elvis. He'd have been driving a truck, probably singing in his truck. Marilyn Monroe was told, well, why don't you just be a secretary? Wow, what a stereotype that was. And look what she turned herself into. Stephen King, I talked about him. Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone, funny. His Rocky scripts were turned down 1,500 times. And then when they finally accepted it, they said, but we don't want you to be in the movie. What would Rocky be without Sylvester Stallone? You think Red could have took his place? Or Marty?
Yeah.
Heck no. It just would never. Guys, the list goes on and on. It's what I'm telling you. The Beatles. This is the greatest one. Everyone knows the Beatles. Red, I know Red, that's his favorite band. So Decca Records turned them down and said, nah, guitar groups just ain't going to make it. Oh my God, if I didn't have the Beatles in my life with their songs because this bonehead told them, no, you can't do it. Guys, the list goes on and on. Steven Spielberg, rejected. Vincent van Gogh never sold a painting throughout his whole lifetime. Actually, he sold one. And today, he's regarded the greatest artist that ever lived. Can you imagine that going through your whole life? People saying, "Holy cow, what is that?" Now, if that man was alive today, I'm sure his family's very happy. But people rejected him. So what I'm saying is, we all get rejected one way or the other through our lifetimes. The problem with us being weak humans, and we're not all weak, we listen to what these let's say, be nice about it, what these non-educational people, we listen to them and we let them feel we can't do something, even though we didn't even try. I'm going to tell you what, I don't believe Ash Mafara has ever been told you can't do something, because if he did, he kept going. He kept going. He instilled that in my heart, Red's heart, Marty's heart. Every founder, he's saying, listen, you could do something when you put your mind to it. Last night on Oblast, I had a 22-year-old kid from Africa who built a car from scrap. He did the electrical. He tore computers apart and phones apart to get wires and chips to put this car together. I'm saying go watch it. It's really cool. Now, if someone told that kid no, he'd just be another kid in Africa, right? He built himself something. He's building a dream. He did it with scrap parts. He did it when everything was against him, but he did it. This is Ash Mafara. This isn't passive. Everything that's going against him, he's turned it around because he just doesn't listen to it. In his head, his mind, his heart, he believes if you could say it, we could do it. If you could think it, I'll design it. It's not stopped him. And there's more to come, and I'm talking way too much. So I want to hand this back over to Marty. Just kick it in there. Like, you can do anything you want, guys, but with a passive, it's going to be a lot easier for you to do your dreams because you're going to have residual income coming at you. So if you wanted to go out and buy that beautiful beach or that marina, which I've always wanted, you're going to be able to do this stuff. It is coming. It is here. Thank God that we have a guy like Ash Mafara that never listened to anybody say no. Marty DeGarmo, back to you.
Marty, just before you come on, just for the record, J.K. Rowling, the author, is female. But that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, blockhead.
I was going to say the same thing, but I'm glad you got to say it. Anyway, the NDAs, I still have people worried about, oh my God, I don't know if my NDA is any good. Look, they started working on it the other day. It could take a few days. It could take a week. Who knows? If your NDA doesn't pop up when you sign in, it's either okay or they didn't get to it yet. Don't worry about it. They have a system that will pick it out. If it's not good enough, they will pop it up. If it doesn't pop up, it's good enough. So don't worry about it. Stay cool. Stay calm. There's no problem. Only problem is you're making a problem that's not there. Ash did have behind him a glimpse of the data center, which was pretty cool. He said, we own everything. We have our own products, our own leaders, our own genius founders, our own buildings. We have our own data center. What else do you guys want? Hard work pays off, no doubt about it. I had a glimpse, or I had a feeling what the company would be 3.5 years ago. I was wrong. It was so much bigger. Thank God we kept moving and things got bigger and better and bigger. And I'm so fortunate to be in part of this. I'm also fortunate to be able to work with two gentlemen like this. We have a good time. It's just a blessing to me. I'll tell you that for a fact. After the 22nd of this month, which is 2 weeks from right now, Founders will be done. It's at 12:01. This date, 2 weeks from today, will be done. So get that in your head. That's all we have left. Presentations will be over because we won't be bringing in founders. I appreciate everybody that did presentations for the last 3.5 years that I've been here. I know Mike Ellis, Red Redford, many people did them. Great job. Build an empire with those presentations, and it's really appreciated. We'll be focusing on products and sales and milestones. Great news for everyone. That's what we've been waiting for. And thank God Ash will sell no products before it's time. And he sends it back and puts in, always makes it better, always stacking the core. And we're very fortunate of that's what kind of person he is, and that's what the company is. Another thing that was brought up, and then we shouldn't have to bring this up, but I'll touch on a little bit. You cannot sell a founder position for more than $97, just like everybody else. You cannot sell a position that you don't own it and try to make money on it. It's criminal, and you could lose your position, and you could go to court. Is it worth that? No, so don't do it. We do have lawsuits, 7 of them, against people that have slandered the company. We're not going to get into that big time, but yes, there is a freedom of speech, but you're not allowed to lie. You're not allowed to say something about a company that's not true, and people should get their facts before you run your mouth. Yes, it's a free country, but it's also free with choice, and you got to deal with what comes out of your mouth. So anyway, that's too bad for some of you. On the 22nd, what we have is Booster Rocket 1. Our founders will take us to the ecosystem, and then the ecosystem will take us to the next phase, which is Booster Rocket 2. Ignite a rocket for budgeting in the next phase. This is how Unpassive is built. This is the way it's run, and we're going to keep going to higher and higher heights. I'm going to turn it over to Red.
Thanks so much, Marty. Now, Ash Mufareh came on last week on Ron and Lynn's Friday Night Live, and also the PNG. He was on there live as well. Really is getting around now. He's back in Florida, going to as many of these webinars as possible. And he was talking to the tech guys about OConnect and other things, and they were chatting about what's going to happen about the translation and how it's going to work. And he said at the time he believed it's going to be audio to closed caption. Closed caption is that ticker that goes along the bottom of the video. What did he come out with on Monday night on the round table? Not only is it going to be launched with the audio to closed caption straight away in your own language from the presenter, it is also going to be launched with audio to closed caption translation to any language. So what a game changer. No other webinar platform has this capability. It really is going to blow out the water every other webinar service out there. Now, we have talked on many occasions of the profits that Zoom, which is the largest, are making on an annual basis. Is eye-watering, to be absolutely honest, the profits that these guys are making, because so many people now need to have webinar hosting in one way, shape or form. But can you imagine the scope that is going to open doors to the businesses and the individuals around the globe, where they have to actually employ translators for their webinar services, because they are a multinational lingual company and they need their participants to understand what they are saying. He also said as well that he is looking into, and it will happen in the future, audio to audio. Using artificial intelligence. Somebody will say it and there will be a bot or some kind of artificial intelligence that there and then translate it audio. But it really is amazing what this platform is going to do. Not only has it got all of the HD facilities, it's got drag and drop facilities with whiteboards. You can put other videos over the main screen without losing that screen. From teaching purposes, it is going to be absolutely amazing. You can have the chat on the screen rather at the side. You can even have a chalkboard where people can write stuff on. It's going to be absolutely fantastic and open so many doors. For me, OConnect is going to be, I believe, the biggest product in the arsenal so far that we have seen. Now, obviously, I stand to be corrected by consumership, but for me, this is the one that I love the most. And I really think it's going to be a huge game changer in the internet world. So I'm super excited about it. I love so far what I've heard. I've loved what I've researched about it. And I do believe that it is going to completely revolutionize how people use the internet as far as webinar services is concerned. Over to you, Chris Johnson.
I couldn't agree with you. I mean, 100%. That is one thing I'm excited about OBless, but when we actually are on OConnect talking to each other, that to me is a game changer, because a lot of people, that's one of our biggest questions I think we get asked. Hey, when's Ash going to do a connect? And I tell them, well, you'll know it when I know it because we're all going to be on it. And I truly believe that's going to really, we're already up there, way up there. But man, I think that's going to put us beyond space because people are really going to be blown away because now the founders are like, wow, we're actually using this product right now along with other ones, but we're doing it out in the open. So remember, ideas without actions are worthless. They're worthless, period. To make great ideas a reality, we must act, experiment, fail, adapt, and learn on a daily basis. And that's pretty much what Ash is doing. Now, I want to bring something new up. Ash Mufareh on Monday had talked about he wants to hear the founders' ideas. He would love to hear what's in your head. That's really what I love about Ash Mufareh. He bounces off what other people say. You don't know it. You really don't understand that. But he does listen to every one of you when you talk. He does get on these webinars in his private on his YouTube and listens to what people say. And he hears things. So we discussed this the other day. Actually, my brother Terry Ocho, however you say that crazy French guy's name, I love him, asked the question. Hey, Chris, I have some ideas for Ash. How do I get it to him? And I just happened to be talking to Marty, Robin, and Julie. And I said, hey, it's a pretty good question. So right now we're in the process of coming up with possibly a webinar on ideas so that we could get him on there. I think it would actually be a lot of fun. We're going to get him recorded and we'll get these to Ash Mufareh instead of saying, Chris, give me his email, because Ash probably has 10 million people texting him, emailing him every single day. But for him just to sit back and watch a webinar, it's probably more enjoyable for him to read. So we are in the process of making that happen. When it does happen, we're going to let you know. And I think, like I said, when's the last time a CEO said, hey, all you little people, and we're not little by any means, but just an example. Hey, man, let me hear what you got. Do you think William Ford asked normal people, hey, what do you think about this? Or can you tell me a better way to do it? Listen, Ash, I think already made it pretty darn good, but there's things that you might see on the internet that he's never seen before. And it could fit right into the impassive way of doing things. So we will let you know when that gets going. I'm really excited about that one. Where it'll be, who will be doing it, we don't know, but don't take it upon yourselves. We have a group of us that are working on that, and we want everyone on the same page when we do that. So we're going to do it one time, maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, because we don't want to flood Ash with, oh, look, Chris said we're going to do all of it. No, that's not what Chris said. Chris said we're going to do it once, maybe every 2 weeks, and get some ideas from the founders and see what they got. So don't go all crazy. Think, oh, this is the new webinar thing. It's not. Continue what you're doing. Listen to Red Redfern about talking about products. Matter of fact, Red and Jeffrey Morlock have been talking a lot about products lately. When Red makes a YouTube on a product, he's pretty dang good at it. And so is Jeffrey Morlock. If you're going to do a meeting, share his YouTube on that meeting. All right. I would have to say Red is spot on when he talks about everything in a passive. Share his YouTube, listen to what he has to say, and then you guys discuss it. Discuss how you want to do it. And we all have the right answers for everyone. So that's all I got to say. Keep that in your brain. Ideas don't mean nothing unless we take action. Ash has told us the action. Now let's throw him a couple of bones and see if we can even make it even better than what it is. Marty DeGarmo, back to you, and I'm done.
Fantastic. Yes, I think ideas, million people, there might be a few good ideas there, no doubt about it. Ash did say that many of the products are on the final market sprint, and he named O-Trim, O-Tracker, O-Mail, O-Staff, O-Desk, O-Academy, and and then he said that O-Net will be the first digital global community with fairness, privacy, free speech with proper limits. In other words, free speech, also gives the opportunity, you should tell the truth. O-Desk, B2B, and B2C ready to go. O-Bless, next Wednesday, they're doing another live demo. We heard that in the past, Bangladesh had some issues of trying to open up an office there, but looks like things are now moving forward. But why? Same reason Chris And Red said S doesn't give up. So it looks like they're moving forward. Dubai's on track to stack the cool and stack the marketing. So they're moving ahead. And as said flat out, I want to share the money with the founders. Boom, boom, boom. He said a high bar was put on all products. The company is meeting those bars. Now, as of today, the products mentioned above are met. Now we can focus on what's next for those products. It's boom, boom, boom. When he gets a product, they check it, they send it to him, and he sends it back and said, I'd like this or I'd like that. They're at the point where they're done. So we're very, very close to kicking this thing into first, second, third, fourth overdrive very, very soon. So I believe that's all I have. It was like a bunch of Q&A that I'm not going to cover. You can listen to the video. So I'm going to turn it over to Red.
Lovely. I'll finish off as well and hand it back to you. B2B, by the way, and B2C, for those that don't know, is business to business and business to customer. So if you ever wanted to know, do you know something? I absolutely love Wednesdays with these two fellas here with us. We have a rough idea of what we're going to talk about, but do you know something? One person says one thing and it just fires another interest for another person, and we take it from there. If you want to know the up-to-date things about OnPassive and what is happening, really is happening, then tune into OnPassive 360. You won't get any better information than this channel every single Wednesday. It is a great one to point people to, so you can get the recordings off any of our YouTube channels. Okay, remember to subscribe to every single one of our YouTube channels. If you haven't done already, make sure you click that notification bell, so whenever we put any more information and videos on those channels, you will be notified and you can go ahead and watch them. It's been a pleasure again, gents, and I really do appreciate working alongside people like you. Over to Marty or Chris.
Let me say something real quick, Marty. Right, I apologize, I forgot. I've never met this man. His name was Scott Nelson. He had passed away. He was a humongous leader in the beginning of OnPassive in 2018. Today is his birthday. I always like shouting out to people's birthdays. I didn't get the honor to meet Scott. I wish I would have, but to his family, happy birthday from the entire OnPassive family. And thank you for doing what you did back then. And I also like to bring up that we just talked about, how Red talks about products tonight at 6:30. And on the Julie Milo show, Red, my brother Marty, Jeffrey Morlock, and engineer Mike will be discussing products. That's at 6:30. That link will be posted in the back office. I believe Milo is now posting it out right now. Also, that is for everyone, guys. Pretty much everything's in the open. I asked Marty a question the other day about Monday Roundtable. Do we really have to hide it anymore? I'm waiting for Ash's answer. I don't think we do. We openly discuss everything about OnPassive. Now, if Ash says no, let's keep it priority, because people are already sharing it out, which is a no-no. But I myself would like, if Ash is listening, hey man, it's time to completely come out of the closet, per se, Ash, and let's show the world who you really are, what you've done, and what we're part of, and let's let them listen to the thunder coming at them. All right, Marty, I'm done. Back to you.
But Chris, are you coming out the closet? That's what I want to know.
I came out of the closet, hey, a long time ago. Marty, stop it.
What are we gonna do with him? Yeah, I gotta be nice. Anyway, yeah, great day. I love working with these guys. Like you said, we try hard to tell the truth, right? I mean, if I don't know, we will say we're not sure. But the main thing is share the truth. And there's one thing I want to tell everybody in OnPassive. A lot of you follow us everywhere. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
But if you don't find your lane and reach the heights you want, shame on you, because the platform's set up for everyone. There's enough room at the top for everyone. You don't need to be me or Red or, God forbid, another Chris, okay? But no, I mean, you don't, listen, there's plenty of room. There's stuff where you could do. You could come out, say what you have to say. Everybody has a voice. That's part of this business. That's what made us strong. Individuals together, right? One drop, but we made an ocean. Anyway, that's all I have. I'm going to say goodbye until next week. I'll see you tomorrow live. So will the other two gentlemen. But next week, 360 around the world in 60. I'm just kidding. I'm starting to sound like a newscast. Anyway, I'll see you guys.
Bye, everybody.